Many of us have often pondered about the one who got away. Stay tuned so that I can share with you some not so random thoughts. Throughout my life, I have been loved by many men. The problem with that statement, however, is throughout my life, I have not reciprocated the love that has been shared with me. Now, let me explain. I remember growing up, teenager, maybe in high school, and catching the eyes of a few good, young, hearty men. The problem with many of the men whose eyes I caught was that I did not find them interesting enough. I did not find them attractive enough. I did not find them maybe even handsome enough. And so, even though they were attracted to me, and even though they tried to pursue, I reciprocated in kind by putting them in the friend zone. As opposed to reciprocating those feelings with those guys who, let's just say, were maybe not my type, I found myself looking at the athlete, or I found myself looking at the gregarious one, the one who knows how to make me laugh. I found myself looking at the macho guy, the one who would enter a room and the one who would walk with just that air of authority around him. And suffice it to say, make a long story short, those were, in my life, two of the most serious relationships I have had, meaning one with my ex-husband and the other with a relationship with a guy with whom I was with for 6.5 years. The problem with all of that is, now that I reminisce, I think about these other guys who were attracted to me back in high school, or even, after I was divorced from my husband. And I think about them and where they are now. We are all natives of a digital land, and we're all natives of social media. And so it's not hard to get in contact or get reacquainted, or even just follow someone and see what they're up to in this current time. And so being able to look into the lives of others and realizing that, hey, I am a divorced woman now longer than I have ever been married. And I'm a single woman now longer than I was in that second relationship. But looking at some of the men who loved me, some of the men who I did not reciprocate those feelings, they have been married, some of them, for 20, 25 years. Some of them are retired. Some of them are living a second life, a second career. Some of them are travelers. You see pictures of them with their wives and their children, just traveling the world and enjoying a good time. And sometimes when I sit back and I think in my quiet times, I wonder, did I make the wrong choice? Now, of course, with all due respect to my children, with all due respect to my ex-husband and that other guy with whom I was in a relationship, there were good times. Don't get me wrong. There were lovely times. I have 2 beautiful children by my husband. But at the same time, sometimes when I'm having those not so random thoughts, I stop and I think about, what if? What I want to share with you is simply this, and this goes to both my sisters and my gentlemen. Sometimes the one that you're looking for is not going to be the one that you expect. Meaning, the one that you might expect, that loud, boisterous, macho, gregarious, financial handler, prowess, athletic, tall, however you like them, short, some like them short, lean, stout, wide, big arms, whatever. That person that you're looking for might not necessarily be the one who's going to stick with you to the end. The person that you're looking for, or that you chose over the ones who are truly pursuing, may not necessarily be the one who is going to have that longevity or that stick-it-to-itiveness that you would need to enjoy years and years of a relationship. Look, The word says, when it talks about a virtuous woman, that beauty is fleeting and charm is deceptive. I would even go one step further and apply that to men. You know, handsomeness is fleeting, and charm and gregariousness, all of that stuff can be deceptive. But what you should look for is not necessarily the outward appearance of a man or a woman, but really and truly the attributes of the heart of any man or any woman that might be pursuing you, or rather interested in you. I'm going to start how I closed, or I'm going to close how I started. I said that backwards. I have been loved by many men. Unfortunately for me, fortunately for the ladies with whom they are with now, it has worked out for them. Be mindful of the heart. Be mindful of the inner man, and focus not necessarily on that of the outward features. Thank you for watching. This has been Danielle on the Red Couch, and until next time, I look forward to the next time when we will see each other. Be well.